This one is prophetic codes that unlock the prophetic realm. The prophetic realm is a profound realm or world that is in existence. And this is the place where prophetic people, or prophets in particular, who are in the prophetic office, uh, do a lot of their work from. They are able to connect or tap into that world and then tap into real-time information that is practical of a reality in this earth realm or the physical realm. So they are able to give us profound prophecy from God that solves real-time problem in people's life and eventually point them back to God, who is the giver of the prophecy. We are looking at prophetic codes that unlock the prophetic realm. We've got over 46 prophetic codes. Not all of them are meant to be engaged to unlock the prophetic realm. So there are moments that a prophet is not able to prophesy head on or freely, that the prophet needs the prophetic realm to be unlocked, that's opened, so he can or she can prophesy. Sometime we all come there if you are a prophetic person or a prophet or a prophetess. So I want to select these prophetic codes that help you or that you pick for engagement when the prophetic realm is a sort of a kind of closed up, although you've been prophesying before, or you are just growing into the prophetic, but you're finding it easy to approach or enter into the prophetic realm so you can access prophecy, whether by seeing or hearing, perceiving, and the likes. The first is the prophetic code of music. The prophetic code of music works based on the account that it's got the ability to separate between the human being called the prophet, the vessel, earthen vessel carrying the prophet, like I'm here. Is able to separate me, my body from my spirit. So it's my spirit that is allowed or processed to access the prophetic realm whilst in my body. So my spirit now overlaps between my body in the earth realm and then the prophetic realm in the spirit world. So I'm able to access prophecy and prophesy. The prophetic code of music is such that it works on the account of the principles of music, where you have, or there comes a time when there is the introduction of the accidental notes that eventually strikes open the prophetic realm. Another prophetic code that you strike used for striking open the prophetic realm is the prophetic code of confession. A prophet is in the position to prophesy, but not finding it easy to penetrate or permeate the prophetic realm. So he now engages the prophetic code of confession. Like Elijah said in 2 Kings chapter 1 and verse 10, if I be a prophet, let fire come down, destroy. And it came down. He had to establish that if I be a prophet, just to strike open the realm where his declaration will be prophetic enough to bear the impact that he had declared. That's a prophetic code. We have the prophetic code of distortion. And this one is better used by mature prophets, where the target is to bring about distortion of prophetic particulars belonging to the client or recipient of the prophecy. So by the time you make the client or the person recipient of the prophecy to make a move, the prophetic information about them now is steered. In the process, your prophetic receptors are able to magnet prophecy with you. So whichever prophetic tool you're going to use, namely a prophetic sense, becomes easy to isolate prophecy or pick up prophecy in terms of signals that you now interpret either in color, in names, or in other details. Another prophetic code that you use for unlocking the prophetic realm is the prophetic code of prophetic positioning. In the prophetic code of prophetic positioning, the distortion that takes place here is the prophet that is being displaced rather than the recipient of the prophecy. The prophet is timing or looking for, searching for a mini prophetic portal where his prophetic antenna gets the information about the client at its sharpest level, that's its peak. Then he's able to prophesy. So this too is it's got to do with somebody who is already aware of the prophetic codes and deep with the understanding of the principles behind the prophetic codes, and then know how to engage these very prophetic code in unlocking the prophetic realm so as to be able to access prophetic materials or information, so to say, in form of signals that in the prophetic realm are released like ions and then picked up as they interact with your prophetic receptor, which is supposedly attached to you in the realm of the spirit. So when I'm standing here or sitting here, you see me as a prophetic figure or personality. But the thing is that there are prophetic receptors attached to my body that cannot be seen with the physical eyes, because there are extensions that are able to get excitement, receive a prophetic message with ease, a pick from the environment with ease. My final prophetic code for this discussion, because we've got a lot of them, that a number of them rather, that can be used to unlock the prophetic realm. The last one will be the prophetic code, the prophetic questions. So in most cases, you see a prophet not hesitating to ask questions. Sometimes too much questions, a number of questions, a question and a question and a question, and eventually, because the prophet is already prepared, having been severed with what it takes to prophesy, but the atmosphere of prophetic realm is not yet open. So it's going to engage the prophetic code of questions. Has none of your accusers condemned you? Jesus asked the woman in John chapter 8, verse 8 down to 11, a number of questions. Where are your accusers? That's a way of unlocking the prophetic realm for more information to flow in. Has none of them condemned you? And the woman said, no, Lord. And then Jesus ensued it immediately with the right message. Go then, sin no more. And it was right with God. So prophetic questions, when people answer us, because their words, Jesus said, the words which I speak to you are spirits. Their words are their spirits. So when somebody responds to your question, they actually have had their own spirit make a motion. So in the process, it can serve as a moment in which the Spirit of God upon your prophet asking a prophetic recipient a question, now excite the spirit of the recipient, and the recipient who answers that question now have their own spirit standing out or sticking out to now speak or interact with you as the prophet or prophet. So you are speaking with them standing there. Meanwhile, you are interacting with their own spirit, telling you details about them. I am Joy. I have had 3 abortions. The last one was with a man who is already married. Can you see? It's their own spirit talking to you. And God accorded that because the spirit is upon you. And that spirit being upon you had overshadowed their own spirit. So their own spirit now pours out every secret that has been known to them. And then when you prophesy to them, you are accurate. So I want to stop here on prophetic codes that are used to unlock the prophetic realm. God bless you. I declare the prophetic world accessible to you in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. To take your prophetic journey or walk further, sign up for my course, a certificate course in forensic prophecy with Shiloh School of CS, where I teach prophets how to prophesy or do forensic prophecy. Or sign up for my diploma certificate course in forensic prophecy. These are all online courses. You can do so by picking the WhatsApp contact in front of me on the screen or below this video in the pinned comment section of the Apostle Raymond Ida ministry. And that pinned comment is the one from the Apostle Raymond Ida Ministries, and then we'll be connected to you to guide you on how to sign up. In case you're new on my platforms, comment on this video, like, then share to bless somebody. God bless you.